And we are about underway here at the DC West Event Center for your DC West Falcons boys basketball versus the Logan View Scribner Snyder Raiders. Game here will start in about 15 seconds. The Falcons are 7-1 on the season, having dropped the first game here at home to the Gretna Dragons. They have won 7 straight, winning their last one and a tight one, 54-51 on the weekend. And they won their last time here on Friday night here at home. Tonight they'll be going against the Raiders, and we'll be joining the public address announcer here in a moment for the starting lineups between the Raiders and the Falcons.
To both teams. Now let's meet the starting lineup for tonight's contest. First for the Raiders, a junior, number 0, Truman Young. A senior, number 1, Josh Edberg. A senior, number 2, Matson Beacom. A senior, number 3, Logan. A senior, number 34, Cooper Kalen. Assistant coaches are Tommy Dalton, Blake Weekman, and Jeremy Francis. Head coach of the Raiders, Jake Sheep.
And we're ready to go here on BSDN Live and DC West boys basketball. Ready for the opening tip between Alexander and Carlin. And looks like the Raiders will hold possession. We're underway here. That one's up and good for the Raiders. They'll get a quick early bucket here. Asher working the top of the key, gets in down low, and quick bucket for Schieber. Just in the near side wing, now looking for the cutter and down low. Turnover by the Raiders, just not on the same page on that pass.
And for the Raiders, number 20, Grayson Krause.
Just on the near side here, Falcons will bring it up. Schieber just past the logo, down low. Carson Alexander working in the lane, shoots it outside to Wallers. Wallers will drive into the lane. Good defense by the Raiders to get the deflection. Stay with the Falcons here with 19 left on the shot clock. Schieber looking for an open. Bergstrom will take it down the lane, shoot with the little floater, no good. Still tied at 2 here in the early going in the first quarter. Setting up on the outside wing. Double team by the Falcons. Bergstrom almost grabs that one there, but Raiders able to get out of it. Long pass for the open shooter for the 3, no good. Asher with the rebound. We'll throw it up to Schieber. Alexander again on the block. Will drive baseline, back in. Regains possession. Triple team down low. Should have an open shooter on the outside. That's Asher who drives into the lane. And is fouled on the shot. The first team foul on the Raiders.
First team, Logan Asher, shooting 2.
Asher will miss that first one.
For the Raiders, number 1, Josh Edberg.
Ready for the second shot here from Asher. That one's good. Falcons applying a little pressure. Raiders able to break through there and now setting up on the perimeter. Making long passes to find the open shooter. Now driving lane with the spread out. Cutter coming in is no good. Blocked and off on the Falcons. So Raiders really spreading the floor there on that possession, trying to then get Cutters coming to the bucket. Good defensive play by the Falcons to deny the Cutter getting the ball, and 14 left on the shot clock for the Raiders. Come way out by the logo to reset. Down to 5. Still passing it off on the weave, now driving into the lane with only 1 second. It's good. Took every set of that 35-second clock. Now Wohlers on the outside will come into the, now just at the foul line is Alexander. Alexander drives and lays up the 2. Falcons come back on defense. No press this time. Alexander really fighting for the ball on the outside. Now we'll dip in and double team, but is committing the foul. Actually, foul was on Wohlers. Now the Raiders will bring it in here under their own basket. Fresh 35 seconds on the shot clock. Out to the perimeter, again spreading the floor. Trying to keep everyone out of the lane and then just have shooters running into the lane. Now on the cross-court pass to the corner, 3 shot, no good. Long rebound, and Wohlers comes up with it and will dribble up. So Asher on the near wing, back to the top of the key. Now bring it back in to Alexander. Really emphasizing the down low game there, but now Schieber outside, in and out, no good on the 3. So jumping in and low on most possessions. That was our first 3-point attempt by the Falcons and is no good. 4:14 left in the first quarter. Falcons up by 1. Content to pass it off here on the perimeter with 15 left on the shot clock. Long pass across court. Now denied on the baseline. Dribbling in. Only 6 left on the shot clock, and there's a turnover with Wohlers coming away with it. 2-on-2 break. Will go to the basket. And foul is called on the Raiders.
On the Raiders, number 2, Maxon Beacom, first personal.
And it was in the active shooting there, so we'll have
Number 5, Trey Olson. Number 12, Trent Gardapi.
no, actually after everyone collects here, it looks like it will be an inbound pass with that's the second team foul on the Raiders.
Raider ball.
Outside three from the corner is good for the Raiders. 7-5 lead for the Raiders. Now Bergstrom tries to get in down low. Able to get the two. No, doesn't fall. Nice block by, that was Olsen on the block. Dumps it into Asher. He's blocked, but then goes up quickly and gets the two. We're tied at 7. Far side, Raiders set up. Looking for the pick. Comes in down low. There's two there. And the foul is called on Gardapi there. Blocking foul. Looking for a charge. Didn't get it. And the points will count. And that is now shooting the and one. Raiders looking to take a 3-point lead here with this foul shot. That's good. So Bergstrom will bring it up near side, passing it to Gardapi at the wing. Back to Bergstrom. Just about anyone here on the floor for the Falcons can shoot a three. And Raiders come away with the rebound. Raiders now will work the perimeter. Nice tip by Olsen, and then foul committed by the Falcons. They had a fast break going there, so I would say the Raiders liked that foul. That'll be the third team foul on the Raiders. Schieber will bring it up. Dump it off to Asher. Asher will drive the lane, and Gardapi with the three. No good. Not able to get the threes tonight so far are the Falcons. Been cold from outside. Been having to contend to get in down low or drive the lane to get buckets so far. Got 2:15 left in the quarter, first quarter. 10-7 game. Raiders up. So we're playing on a phone booth over there in the near corner. Now trying to drive baseline, and Olsen pokes it away.
Raider basketball.
Raiders will inbound with 18 left on the shot clock. 2 left in the quarter. Back out to the perimeter. Foul called on Asher from poking away from behind. Oh, actually, it's a turnover on the Raiders.
Excuse me, that was on the Raiders. Number 1 on the Raiders, Josh Edwards, his second personal foul.
Now Schieber will bring it up. Gardapi in the near corner. Olsen at the wing. Dangerous passes there. Spirited defense by the Raiders here. And now pushing foul on the Raiders as Asher is backing into the lane. We'll bring it in underneath the bucket. Fresh 35. 1:40 left in the quarter. Low scoring first quarter so far. I apologize here. It's Asher at the line who's shooting two. Looked to me like he was passing the ball at the moment, but is given the 2 shots. Second one is good. Got a 1-point game. Went to the line there because the Raiders were in the double bonus. So that's for the rest of the quarter here. And 5-second foul there and trying to inbound the pass. Falcons will get the ball here back at their side of the bucket. So still 1:40 left here in the quarter. Falcons down by 1. Raiders 10, Falcons 9. Inbound quickly to Wohlers. Wohlers will work outside with Asher. Schieber from the corner three. Short, no good. Rebound to the Raiders. They'll come down quickly. Set up on the far side wing. Back around the perimeter. Looking for spreading the offense and shooters to go into the lane. 17 left on the shot clock. Backing into the lane there and then takes a shot but blocked by Wohlers. Good defense by the Falcons. Now they've got Olsen in the corner. He'll send it out to Asher. Asher, long three, no good. Bergstrom able to come up with the rebound in tight. Tries to make sure he does not get fouled there, and he is fouled, and he'll go to the line with the Raiders in the double bonus. Will Bergstrom was surrounded by three players down there, able to get the rebound and not have the tie up there with the jump ball, and then drew the foul. Shooting two. Hits the first one. We're tied at 10. 53 seconds left in the quarter. No good. We'll stay here tied at 10, and Raiders will bring it up. Now looking for an opening. We'll swing around to the far side at the short corner, and then moving into the lane, but not taking the pass. 14 left on the shot clock. Only 30 seconds left in the quarter. Falcons are keeping them out, and then another block by Wohlers. Second block this quarter by Wohlers, and Asher will bring it up with the shot clock off and 20 seconds left. Schieber will back out, go back there to the wing, and now reset with 12 seconds left. Wohlers on the wing, drives to the lane, back out to Asher, wide open, has a lot of time, and hits the three this time. Falcons get on the board with that three-pointer, and that's how we'll end the first quarter here with the Falcons 13, Raiders 10, here on BSDN Live. And we're back here on BSDN Live and the presentation of DC West boys basketball. Falcons trailed for most of the first quarter, but able to get the lead in the final half minute with a three-pointer from Nolan Asher. It would be Falcons up 13-10, and with the possession arrow towards the Falcons, we'll inbound here to start the second quarter with Gardapi bringing it up. Turnover there in the lane, and Raiders will move quickly to bring it up. Falcons are back to stop that fast break. Now driving baseline, and good for the Raiders. 13-12. Schieber here in the working on the offense. Back out to Gardapi. Gardapi will drive into the lane, look for Bergstrom. Bergstrom will get into the lane, draw the defense, and then shoot. Fouled in the act of shooting there. Will be shooting two. Be the first team foul.
Third personal foul. First team foul. Will Bergstrom, shooting two.
Bergstrom with the first of two.
32, Anthony Ober.
Neither team taking the timeout yet. Only 7:19 left in the first half. And Bergstrom's second shot off the front rim, no good. 14-12 with the Raiders on the ball. Cross with the wide open three, and it's good. That was a three for Beacom. Bergstrom looking for someone to pass to, now off to Schieber. 22 left on the shot clock, so plenty of time here for the Falcons. Not in a hurry. Now with Wohlers in the corner. Dumps it into Alexander. He's double teamed on the low block. Will move in and is called for the travel. So Raiders able to draw the turnover. It's Nolan Asher reporting back into the game after a brief rest. Working the top of the key of the Raiders now along the baseline. Up and in and good. Scoop shot along the baseline. Now Asher will work quickly for the Falcons. Dump it off to Wohlers, who will trail in the, and Alexander will hit a quick layup. Falcons in rhythm on that possession, moving without the ball and able to get the easy bucket. Defended well by Wohlers to get the turnover. Bounce pass forward and no good for. Turnover to the Raiders. And that will be a timeout by the Raiders here. It'll be a full timeout, so we'll take a timeout here too on BSDN Live.
Porky Butts Barbecue at 15475 Ruggles Street, Omaha is a proud sponsor of DC West sports, activities, and the Booster Club. We want to say thank you for their support, and if you're looking for good barbecue, it's Omaha's best barbecue. It's stupid good. You can order online or talk about catering by going to porkybuttsbbq.com.
And we're back here at the DC West Event Center for DC West boys basketball against the Raiders. The Raiders have a lead here of 17-16. Both teams are rejoining the floor here.
Raider basketball.
That timeout was for the Raiders, so they will only have 4 left this half. Working at the top of the key. Dribbles off the foot, but able to regain possession with 23 left on the shot clock. Raiders had plenty of time. Once again, spreading the floor. No movement this time. Now they have Cutters move to the lane. Backing in Wohlers. Wohlers able to get the block and thought he had all ball, but he will be called for the foul here in low on the low block in the act of shooting. So that'll be Cross going to the line. Kraus will be shooting 2. First team foul on the Falcons. And that is good for the Raiders. Quickly up by the Falcons, moving around the perimeter now. Dangerous pass, but out on the Raiders. Good defense by the Raiders, challenging every pass. Wohlers will inbound here with 23 left on the shot clock. Asher in down low, waits for the defense to pass, and he gets the easy 2. Nice play by Asher to be patient underneath there. Let the defenders leave their feet. Then he's able to get the easy 2. Now the Raiders trying to dribble in. Go baseline again, but Asher able to stop the baseline drive. 18 left on the shot clock. This time going baseline. Waller's there aggressively to block it. Doesn't get it, and that one falls for Kraus. Kraus will get the 2 and will shoot the and 1. 3 personals on Waller, so he'll most likely sit out here. Looks like Olson's coming in for him. With 4:51 remaining in the second quarter, I don't think Wallers will be back in. Don't want to have the risk of picking up the 4th foul. A little strong off the back iron, no good, and it's 21-18. Two team fouls on the Falcons. Alexander's outside. Olson with the 3-pointer. No good. Alexander challenging for the ball. Not able to come up with it, and the Raiders will walk away with it. Just waiting on the outside. 3-pointer. No good for the Raiders. Olson with the rebound. And he'll bring it up. Back over to Schieber. Schieber working for the wing. Bergstrom will come around, cut. Quickly out to Olson. Now looking for the open shooter. And Bergstrom and drains the 3. We're tied at 21 here with 3:51 left in the second quarter. Working outside is Kraus. Kraus drives the bucket. Blocked by Asher. Asher will bounce ahead to Schieber. Schieber will stutter step, drive to lane, back out to Asher. Asher with the long 3. Good! 6-0 run with 2 3-pointers here by the Falcons. Slowing it up here are the Raiders. And Falcons will get it on the turnover. And that is a 30-second timeout called by the Raiders. So looking to stop the bleeding here is the Raiders coach. Sensing a run here by the Falcons with a 6-0 run on 2 3-pointers. Out to a 24-21 lead now with the Falcons hoping to extend the lead after the turnover on the missed pass. It'll be the Falcons bringing it in on their side, on the near side. We'll have 3:17 left in the first half when we resume. Looks like it is Asher, Karsten, Will Bergstrom, Olson, and Schieber in the game for the Falcons. Inbound to Schieber, and he will walk it up. Raiders pick him up at the timeline, and now Alexander out at the top of the key. Quick bucket for Asher, and it's good. Nice play out of the timeout. Gets the easy 2 by moving the basketball in down low. Raiders trying to drive in, looking to get buckets, and they will be called on the foul there as Olson. As Raiders drive the lane. It was a non-shooting foul. That'll be the 3rd on the Falcons this quarter. Only 1 for the Raiders. Inbounding into the corner, now kicking it outside. Fresh 35 on the clock after the foul. Back to the top of the key. No movement at this point from the Raiders. Just content to spread the floor. Now an open, thought about an open 3. Now Kraus will drive the lane, no good. Rebound for Alexander. Alexander will throw it ahead to Asher. Olson into the corner, Bergstrom, good! I would say officially they are on fire at this point with several three-pointers here, and Bergstrom gets the turnover too. Down on the near side, able to fight for that ball, and it rolls off the Raiders. Falcons up by 8 after the multiple three-pointers here in the last 2 minutes. And Schieber will be bringing it up the floor here, content to slow it up. Now we'll get past the defender, down to the baseline, and that's good. Technically, that was coast to coast there for Trey. 10-point lead for the Falcons. 1:44 left in the quarter and the half. Raiders having a tough time finding offense. They've been going to Krause on his drive lately, but now they give it up. Long three on their side, no good. Asher will come down with the rebound. Now looking to push ahead. Runs into the lane, and then it's knocked away from behind. Able to get in down low and the bucket. So Raiders able to get the quick 2 points. It was a 3-on-1 break. He didn't have numbers, but went right to the lane, and the defense collapsed down low, and he was able to easily get the bucket. Like to see the Falcons pick up the shooter out further out on the court. Everyone on the Falcons just collapsed down underneath the bucket and allowed the shooter to get all the way into the lane. Now shooting the N1 and connecting. 24-31, Falcons up. Bit of a press here coming out of that last bucket, and now Bergstrom has it on the wing. Give it back to Alexander. Asher in down low. Blocked by Krause. And Raiders will bring it up after the turnover. Just under a minute left. Olsen tried to trail and get that one, but was not able to. Now working around the outside is the Raiders. In the corner, shoot three-pointer, no good. Asher able to come with it. It's 2-on-1 break. Pass it off to Bergstrom. Bergstrom is denied. And I think both teams are looking for fouls. Both teams are looking for it was off the other, but at the end of it, it will be Falcon basketball with 38 seconds left. 34 on the shot clock. So could hold it, but nope, will not. Asher will quickly take the three and get it. I have to say that was a good decision. Shot clock is off, 26 left in the half. Now Krause on the outside will work it around from the corner, thinking about it. Now drives baseline, no good off the glass. And that will be a jump ball. And it'll be Raider basketball with the possession arrow for them. 14 seconds left in the half. Substitutions from the Raiders. Soon bringing in shooters for three-pointers. Krause thinks about it from the outside. Now drives in the lane. Is blocked by Alexander, and it's turnover. 9 seconds left. Pushing it up quickly to Schieber. Schieber looks around, looks for the cutter. Alexander gets in low. Up, no good. Gets his own rebound. 1 second left, and it's good. Count it. Great work by Carson Alexander there in the block to get the points, and now the Falcons are up by 12. 36-24 at the end of the first half. We'll be back for the second half in just a moment, and we'll hang here for Teacher Appreciation Day.
Maxine. Nice job. And now for the second half with our Teacher Appreciation Night here at DC West.
Good evening. Girls, that was great. Thanks for the performance. All right. Hello, I'm Melissa Blonsick. I'm the superintendent of DC West Community Schools. Welcome to our Teacher Appreciation Halftime Program. Although tonight we will individually honor a few DC West and Logan teachers and staff who were chosen as most influential by our senior athletes, our intent is to honor all of our teachers and school staff for the positive influence they have on our students at DC West, Logan View, and throughout our great state of Nebraska. All of the DC West and Logan View teachers and school personnel, would you please stand and be recognized for the great work that you do every day, making a difference in the lives of our students. Let's give them a big hand. Awesome job. This is my friend and colleague, Logan View Superintendent, Mr. Craig Taylor. He and I will start by announcing each of our senior girls basketball players and cheerleaders with their choice for most influential teacher. Our first senior girls basketball player is Ava Grimm. Ava chose middle school counselor Mr. Ty Hansen. She said, Coach Hansen is always supportive, positive, and patient with me during cross country and track. He truly cares about his students and athletes. Congratulations.
Seniors Miley Silva and Casey Booth. Casey and Miley both chose high school math teacher, Mrs. Aubrey Weitzenkamp. Casey says, Mrs. Weitzenkamp has been the most comforting teacher I've had, and she has given me the confidence to do well in a subject that has never been my thing. Miley says, I selected Mrs. Weitzenkamp because she has always been super nice and understanding. She has always been one of my favorite teachers and is someone I could trust.
DC West, Maddie Mitchell. Maddie chose high school guidance assistant, Mrs. Nikki Bilodeau. She said, Mrs. Bilodeau is incredibly compassionate and caring. I think of her like the school's mom, always looking out for us, whether she's offering advice or keeping her shelves stocked with snacks for when we get hungry. She's always finding ways to support and care for her students. Congratulations.
Senior Keegan Francis. Keegan chose elementary PE teacher, Mrs. Kim Hoffer. Mrs. Hoffer is always in a good mood and cares about her students' lives, both inside and outside of school.
DC West, Nene Zock. Nene, come on in. Nene chose preschool teacher, Mrs. Michelle Sherman, and grades 6 through 12 activities and athletics director, Mr. Jeremy Trappis.
Kim Dre. She said, I had Mrs. Dre twice, and I'm so thankful that I did. She was so incredibly nice and kind. She always has a smile on her face and went out of her way to help students. She always made everyone feel comfortable and supported in her class. She has been a huge influence on me wanting to become a teacher.
We need teachers. Good job. DC West, Harley Dembinski. Harley, come on in. Harley chose middle school interventionist, Miss Desi Sampson, and high school math teacher, Miss Heather Cox. About Miss Sampson, Harley said, Miss Sampson always pushed me and kept me challenged. I always enjoyed coming to school to be in her class and felt lucky she was my fourth grade teacher. Now I get to see her every day. She still checks on me, gives me hugs, and encourages me to keep doing well. She genuinely cares about her students and their success. Even if she was having a bad day or going through a rough patch, us kids would never know. About Miss Cox, Carly said Miss Cox got me through every math class. Whenever I have a question, she is always super helpful and makes me feel more comfortable in my work. She is also extremely easy to talk to and is always positive. Congratulations. Catherine Johnson. Catherine chose high school science teacher Mrs. Lindsay Boardman. She said Mrs. Boardman never fails to support and encourage her students, both educationally and in life. She has been there even despite her own challenges, and Mrs. Boardman has also provided so many opportunities to grow and discover insights, and ultimately led me to discovering what I want to study in college. Congratulations. Zoe Tyler. Zoe, come on in. Zoe chose high school social studies teacher, Ms. Kim LaChapelle, and high school counselor, Ms. Katie Richards. About Ms. LaChapelle, Zoe said from sophomore to senior year, she has always been such a great teacher. She is very kind and even funnier. Ms. LaChapelle is always there for support, and I am so glad to have started and ended my time at DC West with her. About Ms. Richards, Zoe said, even though Ms. Richards is new, she has made an impact on my high school career. She is very kind and is always there when there is an issue or a problem. I'm so lucky to have her prepare me for classes in college. Congratulations. Let's give all these teachers again a big hand, along with the senior girls basketball players, cheerleaders, and all around staff members for being awesome. Thanks for celebrating this with us tonight. To end our program, we have a short video produced by students Maren Dreffy, Emma Kaposis, and Jasmine West of our high school sports media class about the importance of teachers.
Yeah, shoot, my bedtime's getting here soon. Oh, it's not a joke.
Listening to what she says, I get so funny. The astronaut at when it's another funny answers with us. When people get the answers right and when they class. When someone gets that, when they write them. She's nice. That she's the best in the way. That's the one in the school. She is very nice and very smart. She likes to teach. Very nice and helpful. I like to be helpful with if she passes us out chemicals. She's very kind and she does us a nurse food at our window. That's a very thoughtful and she makes it really fun to do time. Her earrings. That we can do math. We're doing very busy.
Thank you, teachers, and all that made tonight possible. Congratulations to our awardees.
And welcome back here to the DC West Event Center for the second half of DC West boys basketball versus the Raiders. Both teams are about to make their way back out onto the court. We're resuming here with the Falcons and a 12-point lead, 36-24. Falcons had 23 points in that second quarter and up to 36 points at this time on the back of hot three-point shooting there by the Falcons. After a slow start to the quarter, they finished the quarter in a flurry with multiple three-pointers and easy layups at the bucket. And we're now underway here in the third quarter. And again, Asher getting on down low, but not able to get the bounce off the glass. And it will be a jump ball. It was Raiders basketball with the possession arrow. Now the Raiders bring it up here just past the logo. Deflected by Schieber, but Raiders able to regain possession. Now driving into the lane, not getting anywhere there, and handing it off with the outside. And stolen by Bergstrom. Bergstrom running up quickly, and now Waller's able to lay it up easy. No one picked up Wohlers on the fast break, and he gets the easy two. Wohlers sat the last 4:51 in the second half with 3 fouls, so he's in a bit of a foul trouble here, but hoping to stay clean for the rest of the game. Bounce pass out of the corner there, and now we'll take the two-pointer, and no good. Nolan Asher with the rebound, bounces it up to Schieber. Schieber working from the wing, will drive in the lane. Kick out to Bergstrom, no good on the three. And Wohlers will go and retrieve it in the corner. Fresh 35 on the shot clock. Now working down low to Alexander. This time Bergstrom will kick it out to a wide open Wohlers, to a wide open Asher, who will not be able to get the three-pointer to fall. Raiders back on their next possession. Three-pointer is no good. Wohlers will get it back over to Schieber, and Schieber will bring it up. Working from the corner is Bergstrom. Off the high post. Alexander almost loses it with the multiple swipes there from the Raiders. Alexander stops, looks at the referees, and asks, why is there no foul on that one? But no foul called, and Raiders are back to work on their side. High scorer for the Raiders is not currently in the game. Kraus usually averages 19 points a game for him, but he's not in at the moment. Maybe an extended rest or issue here, but he is behind the bench. High off the glass, no good. Coming back is Asher. Stops at the top of the key. Will kick it out to Bergstrom. And from the corner, no good. And Wohlers was pushed past the baseline, and referees caught that foul, and it would be the first team foul on the Raiders. There's Kraus rejoining the game here for the Raiders. Long inbound pass, and Wohlers able to get it. Make sure not to go past the timeline there. Now Bergstrom working from the wing and is fouled. So that'll be the second team foul on the Raiders. New shot clock, and we'll continue here on the Falcons side. Schieber will be bringing it in. No points yet for the Raiders in the first 3 minutes. Falcons only have 2 to start off this second half. Now Wohlers able to get into the lane, lays it up, no good. Out off of Alexander. Going to be Raiders basketball. Both teams trading turnovers and 0 points. Looking to get the offenses going here. Three-pointer for the Raiders, good. Now Schieber brings it back up with Wohlers back out at the top. Bergstrom will put it in down low to Alexander, looking to cut, but nope, makes a quick move. And it's just, and that will be out on the Raiders. So
In for the Raiders, number 1, Josh Eckler.
visibly upset Alexander after that possession. Felt like he's been fouled again. And looking for the foul, but not getting any. Now the Raiders back to work here at the top of the key, looking to close into this gap. They're down by 9. Defense collapse on the cutter. And now there is a foul called here on the Falcons.
On the Falcons, number 13, Nolan Asher, first personal.
Beyond Asher for his first.
Anthony Ober, shooting 2.
And now Raiders will be shooting 2. That's Oberg at the line, number 32. Hitting the first one. And getting the second. Getting the Raiders down to within 9. Asher working from the wing, back to Wohlers in the corner. Schieber able to move into the lane. Bergstrom from outside, off the front of the rim, dives for the ball and keeps it. Rolls it over to Schieber, and Schieber now is driving back to Alexander. And it'll be out on the Raiders.
Falcon basketball.
Excuse me, out on the Falcons. So it looked like Alexander had touched it last, but he didn't. And now Asher from the corner not able to get it. Alexander with a tough up and in, gets fouled. That foul he had been looking for, and now he will be at the line shooting an and one.
Raiders, number 32, Anthony Ober, first personal foul. And for the Raiders, number 3, Logan, Carson Alexander, shooting the and one.
That is 3 on the Raiders so far this third quarter. And Alexander will be shooting here. It's good. And it's back up to 12 for the Falcons.
Number 12, Trent Garpey.
It's Gardaby and Olsen in for the Falcons. Giving Alexander and Bergstrom a rest. Way outside, but no good for the Raiders. Schieber fights for the ball. Still fighting for the ball, but able to keep it. Now we'll dribble up the court past the timeline. Able to make a move in the corner. Gardapi was at the wing waiting, but not able to shoot. Schieber will take that one, no good. Raiders will come away with it. Though almost poked away by the Falcons, but now regrouping are the Raiders coming back up. Kicked by the Falcons, and that will be out. Raiders will retain possession. 3:04 left in the quarter. 41-29, 12-point lead. Way back out to Kraus. Kraus probably looking to have some offense here. It is Kraus moving into the lane, drawing a crowd. Now shooting back outside. Asher able to get back on defense quickly to prevent the drive. Now with only 2 seconds left on the shot clock, it's up. And Raiders able to retain possession on the long rebound. And at some point there, a foul was called on the Falcons. Trying to dribble in quick with 2:32 left. It'll be non-shooting, so.
Second team, in for the Falcons, number 3, Will Buxton. Number 4, Carson Alexander.
That's the second team foul on the Falcons, 3 on the Raiders. Bringing it in here near side are the Raiders. Now have a fresh 35. Kraus passing it off into the corner. Driving baseline. And that'll be another blocking foul called on the Falcons. This one on Olson.
Trey Olson, second personal, 13 foul.
Seems like we're going to start charging some rent here on this side of the floor to the Raiders as they've been down here for a good minute. And once again, Kraus is working from top of the key. 25 left on the shot clock. Now Kraus looking to drive, but loses his footing. Goes on the floor, and timeout granted to the Raiders as they saw Kraus go to the floor. And there'll be a 30-second timeout.
30-second timeout.
And so we'll have a little bit of more offense here for the Raiders. Falcons up 41-29, 12-point lead. We started this quarter with a 12-point lead. Both teams started off slow, but are able to pick up the pace. And then we've been stuck in a quagmire here on the Raiders side of the court for multiple possessions and multiple fouls and now a timeout. And when we resume here, we'll have, looks like Asher, Bergstrom, Olson, Karsten Alexander, and Gardapi in the game for the Falcons. With Wohlers getting a break. Wohlers did not pick up that fourth foul yet, so able to stay away from any fouls. And Schieber's taking a rest also. Now, long inbound pass there for the Raiders. 15 left on the shot clock. Working along the top of the key, down baseline. Krause with an outside shot from there and is fouled on the shot and will get the 2 points. Asher called on that foul, and it'll be Krause shooting his one foul shot. And it falls in. Nine-point lead for the Falcons. Olson working at the top of the key, kicking back out to Asher and looking for a drive here with 22 left on the shot clock. Now able to get in low, but stolen by the Raiders. Raiders 3-on-2, don't have numbers, but will drive to the lane, and that'll be a charge on the Raiders. Gardapi got back on defense and was able to draw the charge. That's the fourth team foul. Both teams have 14 fouls, so both teams will be shooting in the bonus for any fouls left here in the minute and a half left in the quarter. So it's Bergstrom bringing it up. Off to Schieber, who will then drive into the lane. Out to the open Bergstrom. Bergstrom now driving. Out to Gardapi. Gardapi will shoot it. Too long off the iron. Krause with the rebound. 1:09 left in the quarter. 9-point lead for the Falcons. Now working around the perimeter, and Krause will drive. Up. Oh, hard foul. And right away you can tell Alexander did not mean it. And collision at the court there, and he fell hard to the ground. Gonna let him walk off here.
On the Falcons, number 4, Karsten Alexander, first personal, 15 fouls.
Somehow he made the basket. What is amazing there is after he was hip and upended, fell hard to the floor, and is now shooting his and one. Just under a minute left in the quarter. You could hear the thud on the floor from here. No good there. Alexander able to poke it away. Wohlers retrieves it from the corner. With the height advantage, able to easily pass out of the corner. And now Asher will bring it up with 49 left. Get a shot here in the next 10 seconds. They can have a second opportunity here. Wohlers now to Alexander. Wohlers driving, draws three, but able to split the defense and get the two. So virtually no difference between shot clock and game clock, just about half a second. Krause gets in the middle, draws a triple team, and Alexander able to grab it away, but now Raiders thinking about it and retain possession. 16 left in the quarter. Now back out to the logo. Resetting the offense, looking for the last shot. We're down to 7 seconds left. Now left all alone. Now at the top of the lane for three. It's good if it counts. It's not. The second one does not. It is waved off. No basket on the tip in by Kraus. And we'll end here the third quarter with it 43-34. Falcons up on BSDN Live. Welcome back here on BSDN Live. Presentation of DC West boys basketball. DC West with the possession arrow will be inbounding here to start the fourth quarter. 8 minutes to go in this one. Up by 9, and Schieber will start the offense. Dumping it off to Asher, who goes baseline, kicks it out to Wallers, and Schieber will then drive and get the easy two. Trey with the easy two, and the Falcons up by 11. Now driving the lane, the Raiders not able to connect on that one, and Alexander will bring it up. Really, all 5 players here on the floor for the Falcons can handle the ball. It's not often you see your center dribble up the ball, but Alexander able to handle it there, and Schieber draws the lane and gets the easy floater. Falcons only had 7 points in that last quarter. They already have 4 in this one, and we're just under 7 minutes left in the game. Raiders drive in down low, off the low block, and able to get the 2. Both teams scoring quickly here, 47-36. So definitely Falcons look to have more offense in this quarter after the drought in the third quarter. Alexander at the free throw line will send it back out to Bergstrom. Alexander standing on there like he's a water polo player playing the center. Out from the basket. Now it's Schieber driving in. Waller's in around, and only 7 left on the shot clock, so Asher will Euro step in there but not get it to go. And the Raiders will bring it back. Raiders will look to get some offense going here if they're going to get this one close before we get to the end of the game. Just get a little bit every possession, but right now with 17 on the shot clock, it's gone, and Alexander gets the rebound. Bergstrom will bring it up. Bergstrom into the lane, but will hit it out to Schieber. Schieber's long 3 is good. Trey with a 3 for tonight, and timeout called. And the Falcons will take their first timeout, and we'll take a timeout here on BSDN Live. And we're back here on BSDN Live. Both teams are back on the floor after the full timeout called by the Falcons. Falcons have 4 more timeouts. 2 timeouts left for the Raiders. And it's a 14-point lead for the Falcons. And we have 5:50 left in the game here. So Raiders will inbound, and Falcons have a full court press going. And Raiders able to bring it up easily, and now into the double team, find the open shooter. Try to lay it up and in, but no good for the Raiders, and it'll be Falcon basketball. Raiders can't afford to come down and not get points after a timeout like that. They need points on every possession if they're going to make up these 14 points. Full court press by the Raiders, and Bergstrom able to move ahead and easily break that press. Toss to Wohlers. Wohlers in down low in trouble, but out to Alexander. Alexander will bring it back over to Bergstrom. Bergstrom will go with a nice little scoop baseline to get the 2. Opening up a 16-point lead are the Falcons. Quick 3-point shot by the Raiders, no good. Wohlers will get the rebound and is blocked immediately by the Raiders.
On the Raiders, number 2, Madison Beacon, second personal. First team foul.
That's the first team foul for the Raiders. None so far this quarter for the Falcons. 5:12 left in this one. Wohlers will bring it up just past the timeline now, and we'll send it over to Schieber near side. Working to get in close. 23 left on the shot clock. We'll make it into the lane. Quick pass to Alexander. Alexander with the 2. Nice shot by Trey to draw the defense and then dump it off to his big man to get the points. Alexander way outside to defend the center there for the Raiders, but now working it around is the Raiders. Looking for an open cut into the basket, but suddenly on the outside with 12 left on the shot clock. No good along that baseline attempt, and Wohlers gets the rebound. Throws it up to Bergstrom, but just a bit too far. So it'll be a turnover, and it'll go back to the Raiders. 18-point lead for the Falcons, 4:24 left in the game. Looks like Gardapi and Olsen are in for the Falcons, with Wohlers and Alexander getting a rest. It's a smaller lineup for the Falcons. Down low, Olsen's able to get the rebound and will dribble up here past the timeline. Send it to Bergstrom. Bergstrom puts up a 3, no good. Gardapi in tight, trying to get the rebound, and it is out on the Raiders. 2 players were fighting for that ball there, but the Raiders were able to, or were the last to touch it, and now Schieber's going to inbound. Trey throws it to Olsen. Olsen gets the easy 2. Nice movement with the cutter going to the basket, and DC West Falcons open up a 20-point lead. 3:49 left in this one. Raiders looking for a good shot here. Unable to score here for the last 2 minutes and stuck on 36 at this point. Now looking in the corner. No good there. We'll drive to the outside. 2-point shot is good. Bergstrom pass off to Olsen. Gardapi now will drive baseline. Shoot it out to Asher's 3. No good. Gardapi will throw it off of Krause. And now the referees will confer. And so it will stay Falcons basketball. Call there is they thought it touched the shot clock, but it did not. It touched the other side of the backboard. So now with the fresh 35, the Falcons go to work. Trey drives baseline, and Paul gets away from him, and Raiders will come back after the turnover. Push up there, kick out to Krause. Olsen reaches in and gets the foul called. 56-38. Falcons up comfortably now, just under 3 minutes, 2:59 to be exact, remaining in this one.
And for the Raiders, number 32, Anthony Ober. And
Both
number
teams
2,
have one team foul.
And number 44,
Now several substitutions coming in with a 18-point lead, you would imagine, with only 3 left. Trying to get some playing time for some players here, so we'll see how they do here. Raiders looking outside, 3-pointer. Off the back rim, no good. Rebound for the Raiders. And now working outside still. Content maybe to take 3-pointers. The best way to get back into this one is to score 3. Foul on Gardapi. That's the third on Gardapi, and
for the Raiders, number 40,
Raiders will bring it in here. Second team foul on the Falcons this quarter. And that'll be over and back violation. After the foul, not able to go back over the timeline. Additional substitutions here from DC West.
23, Caden Hoops.
That'll be Caden Foster throwing in here for the Falcons. This time around, we can go to the other side of the timeline after the timeout, and that's Lane Smith bringing it up with Gardapi working from the wing. Now into the key. 23 moving baseline, not able to connect there. That is Calden Hoops. Raiders will bring it back up. 2:19 left in this one. Raiders will fake the 3, drive in for the 2. Long rebound, and Falcons come down with it. That is Caden Foster bringing it up, sending it off to Gardapi. Gardapi will think long, take the 3, and hit it. Had plenty of time to think about that one and was able to hit it. Gardapi will come out of the game after that 3-pointer with Trent Alexander coming in for him. Raiders working in the near corner. Now around the south perimeter, 1:45 left in this one. Denied along the baseline, not able to get the easy bucket. Now looking for a 3, now driving in the lane. Long 3 from the corner, no good. Off the back there, and Raiders retain possession. It was off on the Falcons there. Still 59-38. 1:30 left in this one. Oberg will dump it off here into the corner. 3-corner shot, no good. Falcons will drive back, push it up quickly, and the quick 2 for the Falcons. That is Smith getting the 2. And now the Raiders will bring it up. And we have 1 minute left in the fourth quarter. 61-38. DC West really opened up a huge lead here in the second half after being ahead by 12 after the second quarter. Nice 2 there for the Raiders. 38 left on the game. Cross court pass. Alexander will work from the perimeter, quickly lose it. 22 left on the shot clock. We'll get into down close to the lane, and it is turned over by the Falcons, and the Raiders will set up their offense with 20 seconds left. Oberg from way outside looking for someone here to defend, but we'll dump it off into the corner. 3-point shot off the rim, no good. And ends up in the Falcons' hands with 6 seconds left. Falcons will just content to run up and run out the clock, and that is your game. Your final is 61-40, the Falcons over the Raiders. That's it tonight here for the DC West Event Center, and the boys basketball team take it by 21. Thank you and good night.